What up, guys? GFX Lab, and I want to talk to you guys about basically the mini epiphany that I've had. I've talked to some of my friends from back home, and I showed them my videos, and these are people that I went to high school with, and these are people that do play video games. They do play these games, and they're all older, and it's funny because my friends and I were always counted as being like the lackeys. We're always being like the people. We would never be voted to be most successful, or voted. We would never be voted to be to be counted on as people who would end up being well off later on. We were all sort of the people who were looked at like we're like stoners or something. But in the end, what ended up happening after I saw everybody, and after I saw all the people that were voted to be most popular and most fashionable and most likely to succeed and all those sorts of awards, it's funny because all those people didn't actually get that. Now that I see them, a lot of them are miserable, and it was just weird. It was weird seeing the adult form of all the people that I went to high school with. And then, well, aside from that, like, all my friends play video games, right? So I started talking to them about my YouTube channel, and they were like really surprised. And one of my friends, he's actually he got the chance to get a professional record label, like a record recording deal with his band. And his band ended up like totally disbanding like the moment he signed those papers to become signed to a professional record label. And I won't, I'll let you guys hear his music if he sends me it or anything like that. I just I don't want to use it, and in case he wants to keep it like under wraps or whatever. But it was just crazy that the moment he signed, everybody else just left him. Everybody decided that they didn't want to do that with their lives, and that they just sort of threw that chance away to become just rock stars. And I was just like, man, that sucks. But that's to each their own. Some people just aren't cut out for that lifestyle. Some people that they're gonna go and do what they want to do, and you can't really do anything about that. You kind of just have to sit back and learn from it, take it as a learning experience, and next time choose better bandmates and stuff like that. But I was talking to my friend about it. I was like, how does GFX Lab, how do I move? I was talking to him because he's been there. He knows what it takes to do shows, real shows. And I was like, what would it take for me to take my channel and my idea of GFX Lab into the real world? How would I translate into a real show that could be shown like to people like in in a club or in on stage? How would I take my channel, my YouTube channel, into the real world? And we went over some ideas, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just go back to what I know how to do, and that is remixes and songs. And I would have like a DJ. Like, imagine this, guys. You see in the background, there's a DJ set up on stage, and there's like turntables and stuff like that. And then there's like my banner in the background, like maybe there's a light shining with my logo of it. And then in the background you can see like gameplay going off in the background, sort of as background visuals. And you see like I walk out and I'm sort of dressed like maybe one of the characters from, I don't know, maybe a character from one of the Call of Duties, maybe Call of Duty 4, the guy with the gas mask. That looks kind of cool. Or just one of the regular people from the game. Who knows? Maybe even like one of the main characters or whatever. But I was just thinking, like, what if I did that, and then I had like a shirt with my logo on it, and I just had everything decked out, and I had like cool lights going off, and then like all I did was like play the remixes and sort of did like a show, like using like lights and kind of like mixing stuff. And then maybe like mid-show, for like a little mid-show like funny thing to do, I'd have somebody say something funny, and then I'd like remix like some of the crowd. And I think that would be really cool. Like, I would love to do something like that and just take my show from the internet. And even if it's just once, I would love to do this, like just to go up on stage and do this remix right in front of everybody, like show remixes that people, maybe even if they're not even remixes of commentators, maybe they're just remixes of just, videos. Or I know, like, there's some commentators who would obviously help me and they would give me some funny clips to use, but I just want these videos and these songs and stuff just to be funny stuff that people could relate with. And I don't even need to be a main show, like even just like getting on stage doing it at some local place, that would be really cool. But all the equipment to do it and all the stuff, to all the time I would invest into doing something like that, I'm sure it would be like well worth doing it. But I know that I know that it's a lot of work and it's also a lot of commitment. And the moment it comes to fruition, like the moment that I would have to go up there on stage, I would be so nervous. I'm sure during the during my time up there I'd probably mess up, but I can probably recover pretty well just doing something really funny or something, and I think I could do it. But I was just thinking with him, like, how would I translate into a real show? And if you guys have ideas about how GFX Lab would show in like a stage or in or on something, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think that would be kind of cool. Like, I think it would be really crazy to see a commentator go from just doing videos, talking, like making funny songs and stuff like that on the internet, and actually being able to go and do it in real life. I know a couple times there's been people like Epic Mealtime who have worked with Deadmau5 and stuff like that, and have done like show, or not shows, but like on stage performances and stuff like that. That is really crazy and that is really great. And I was talking, the main reason I was talking to my friend about this is because he actually lived life, as a rock star for a little while. He actually got to go and tour, and he got sponsorships, and he got a record label, and he had his own recording studio, and he had like everything that you would need to be a professional band on stage. And he did everything that he could to make sure that he was doing what he wanted to do in his life, and then it all got taken away in the blink of an eye. That was just crazy, talking to him about that. And I was like, man. And I was talking to him, and I was telling him, like, if I can ever help you do anything, like, I would definitely help you out, man. Like, it would be a lot of fun to work with you because you actually know what you're doing. And yeah, he says he's done with that sort of stuff. He's just gonna move on with his life, and that that's really powerful too, is the fact that he can move on from that, from so much of that disappointment, and now he's working his ass off trying to make stuff work now. And it was pretty ridiculous. And it was really cool to listen to his story. And it was a little sad, but at the same time, like, it's great that he's doing well for himself, and he's not gonna let it hold him back or anything like that. And I was like talking to him and about my YouTube thing, and he was just like, yeah, man, you have a lot of pull right now. He's like, you don't know how much pull you actually have, because you don't, all the support that you have right now is you have that to use. But he's like, you just need to be able to muster people together and get all the get everything set up. And Rodriguez gets a Moab right here. And talking to him was really eye-opening for me. I think my whole like mentality about how YouTube and entertaining people has been like rejuvenated. I've been given something, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how I'm going to use that energy that I've been given from him and his experiences in life, but something great has to come from it. I just know it. And whatever that is, I will let you guys know, and you guys will see it here first. But I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Well, who cares about the gameplay? Like, to be honest, I just wanted to tell you guys about some of the ideas I had about how I can translate into the real world. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, and let me know what you guys think about basically just everything I talked about. And I hope you guys have an epic day. Peace out. God damn, girl, you got a fat ass.
Hey, instead of sitting here spanking the monkey, why don't you go ahead and like my boy GFX Lab on Facebook. www.facebook.com/GFXLab. Thank you.